any particularly challenging part about your internship?
So when it comes to like the major challenge that I faced, it was only like getting into a corporate world from an engineering student. Like we have only studied like 3 years as a student, and like you get into an industry which is like a global industry.
Hello, I'm Mithila from guindytimes, the official campus magazine of Anna University. Today we are conducting our 7th edition of Intern Diaries, and we have with us Nivetha, who interned at Arcesium.
So hello all, so I'm Nivetha from CS department, so nice to meet you all through this internship series, and thanks to guindytimes as well.
Okay, so to start off, can you describe the company and your role during your internship?
So I interned at a company called as Arcesium. So it's basically a financial technology based industry. So which means they offer post-trade activities, and they do a SaaS platform, which means like software as a service. So they give software, they develop softwares, and then give it to its customers. Their customers are mostly the asset manager, hedge funds, and banks. So it's basically a post-trade industry which offers such kind of thing. And I started my internship there as a software engineering intern at Arcesium. It was 2 months long internship, and yeah, it was really nice working there.
So what were your main responsibilities or your role as such in the company?
Yeah, so when you take up a company, there will be many teams working on it, and I was a part of a team called as FIATech. It's basically funds and investors allocation technology. So I was basically involved in that team, and my platform where I work was called as Performer. It's also one of their products that they have it in a live stream. So I was working on a release of its upcoming next release, and I was a part of one major term called as caching. So I was basically working in caching in that platform called Performer. So that was my role there as an intern.
So did your internship there complement your studies here at college, or did the syllabus here cover all that you needed for your internship?
Yeah, so basically the core idea where I was working was in Java only. So of course any circuit branch student might know that Java is the coding which is basically used in industry. So I don't think so there should be we need to learn something new or something which is current tech to get into industry. Of course they expect that, but as an intern they'll expect from you is you need to know what's there in your syllabus, what's there the basic core concepts that a student as an engineering student should know. So Java was one such thing that and apart from that we also had concepts like OS that that was majorly used in my area of project was also. So I think the things that I learned here really complemented my job as well.
Okay. Yeah. So was there any particularly challenging part about your internship where you felt maybe taking some kind of extra course would have helped?
Yeah, so I don't think so there is some extra course needed. Suppose with respect to Arcesium I'm speaking, they expect only as I said in the before also, only the base concepts that you learn as an engineering student, they expect only that. So when it comes to the major challenge that I faced, it was only getting into a corporate world from an engineering student. We have only studied 3 years as a student, and you get into an industry which is a global industry. My Arcesium, it has 5 branches across the world, so it's huge industry, and you get into a corporate world and have only 2 months. So you will not be able to spend more time on understanding them, understanding their their project, their product. You will not have time to explore all that stuff. 2 months you can focus only on your project, and you need to submit your work. So that was a challenge for me, and at the end of my first week of internship I was given a Git repo where I need to work, and it had it was started from 2015.
Oh.
And I need to understand everything at a stage to make a small change. So that was a challenging to get into the initial part of the project was only challenging. Of course after that when I get to understand their flow, their how they make up the things, do well and such stuff, it was fine only.
Okay, so from what you said, I'm assuming they gave you a live project to work on.
Yeah. So all their projects and stuffs are live only. They have quarterly releases kind of thing. So for that quarter they'll work on any additions or updations that needs to be done, and then after that quarter finishes they'll have a release. So I worked on that kind of thing only, and maybe like in a month or 2 months, my work will also get released officially.
Oh, okay. Looking forward to that then. So, how are your supervisors or your seniors at the company? Were they helpful? Did they help you understand the project which has been running for a long time?
Yeah, so like as an intern, you'll be working with only two main people. So like with respect to Arcesium, I'm saying about you'll have a manager and mentor which is being assigned to you. So like you'll have mostly contacts and like speaking up with regards to your project, anything with those people only. Of course, we have a very big team working, and they were very supportive. Like we had a lot of fun. We had our company's anniversary party happening during my internship period, and like we had a lot of fun with my team. They were really supportive and like helping me. They saw me as a newbie kind of thing, so that like everyone started helping me in whatever doubts I have. It was really nice.
So overall, a good experience.
Yeah.
Very welcoming company.
Yes,
Okay.
right.
And did you get to work with other teams that were partners within the company, or did you get to explore them, or did you have to stick to your project alone?
Yeah, so as an intern, I didn't have any opportunity to like go around with other teams. But of course, I saw my teammates, like in the FIA Tech itself, my teammates. They need to there is a need of inter-team communication for any release or any update that's going to happen. But as an intern, I didn't have any opportunity. Of course, I had other friends in other teams. We all were put into different teams. None of us were put into the same team. We of course have a very different, many kinds of teams in our season. So, every one of us were put into different teams.
So were there other students from Anna University, CJ, who interned there?
There is one more guy who interned at Arcesium, and he is also put into a different domain.
Oh.
So they wanted to particularly they switched the domains so that those two from the same college shouldn't be put into the same domain, a kind of thing. Maybe I don't know, it resulted in that way, but I don't know whether they thought it should be done or something.
Okay. So what was your daily routine, like from morning to going back to bed? What was it like?
Yeah, so the culture is Arcesium super cool. That is they don't say that you should be in office at 8 o'clock or something. So they don't have a strict time limit to be followed. So we can go we usually go by 10:30 or 10 to office. Yeah, really, that's what happened. We stay till evening or 8 or something. We go late and then come late also.
Oh, okay.
As well. And our company itself offers food fully from breakfast till dinner. So we wanted to take all these.
Okay.
We'll go at that time, so we have breakfast till 11. So we just go by 10, have breakfast, do the work, have lunch, and kind of thing. So it was a flexible work culture, and there was also hybrid mode of work with our system. We can come home office for 2 days and then do a work from home for the other next 3 days. So kind of thing. So it was really nice.
So your internship happened at which?
Yeah, so I internship at Hyderabad. So we have 3 branches in India. So it's Hyderabad, Bangalore and Gurugram. So both of us got internship this year. We both went for Hyderabad.
So
Yeah.
what was Hyderabad like?
So it was very cool. We stayed in a place called as Mindspace. So it's basically very many companies have their locations at Mindspace.
Oh.
So it's a big place
Office
where
building.
there will be only office buildings. Strangers are not allowed inside.
Oh.
You need to show your ID card to only get into that place, kind of thing. And so they provided even with an accommodation kind of thing. So it wasn't it was cool. It's it was in hotel, so it was cool. We got our accommodation for the complete 2 months as well. So it wasn't any need of we spending money to stay here. So as I told, we had food in the office, we had accommodation in the hotel, so it was completely fine. And we had also Saturday, Sunday holidays. We got to explore new city and new places out there. And we also had a team outing. They'll have a quarterly outing. So for this quarter, they usually go with their interns.
Oh, okay.
Every team. So we had a team outing with them. So it was fun. Yeah. Nice.
So would you recommend Arcesium for upcoming?
Yeah. I would really recommend people to get into Arcesium. We'll usually have a PPT kind of stuff during the interview, and they'll show all these pictures. That itself will motivate I need to get into this company and have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay.
People who work at the same time, they make fun, so that you don't see work as a big burden for you. You'll enjoy what you do. So that's what their motive is.
Okay, was there something particularly cool about working at Arcesium?
It was nice. I think we have even like we have some games like we have TT, we have football, we have a room which is dedicated for card games like business, Ludo, Snake and Ladder. Like, it was nice. So whenever there is something stressful happening in our work, we go there. We spend some time with friends. Go for cafe. It's open every time. We have a coffee or a tea. We come back. We have a beautiful desk. Chair and like we have 3 monitors for us. For each individual there will be 3 monitors. Yeah, it was nice, you know, like for an engineering student when it goes into the company, and then for the first internship itself when they see such a big culture, you know, like such a beautiful things happening.
So it was very motivating.
Yeah, motivating to work as well.
So how did you go about getting the internship? What was your process of applying for it?
Yeah, so I got my internship through our campus placements through CUIC only. So like, yeah, I got my internship during the beginning of my 3rd year. So they approached through our campus placements, and yeah, of course we had a coding round, which is the first online test recruitment, and then we had 3 technical rounds, 1 HR round. It was like a normal any company, you know, like this was a normal interview procedure. And with regards to Arcesium, what they expect from students while you know, like applying for their company is we should be strong in our basic skills, you know, like that's what they expect. They don't expect, you know, like you should learn everything that what's in the current technologies. No, they just expect you should know, you should understand what you've learnt. So they just expect a basic coding knowledge, you know, like DBMS, OOPS, like OS concepts. These are the concepts like a normal circuit branch CSIT people would have learnt in their 2nd year. They just expect the same, but they just, you know, like want to know that whether you have understood what you have learnt, whether can you apply what you have done. So this is what they see, and like they even recruit a kind of people in this level only. They don't want people like who's like really well versed in stuffs. They just want whether you understand what you do. So that's it. And they give you training when you go to the work. Yeah.
So did you have like a training period there at the company?
We didn't have a like typical training period for an internship. Of course, I heard that when you join a company as a full-time employee, you will have a 6 months of training period. But as an intern, we had time restrictions of only like 2 months. So like it went on parallelly, like whatever we learn or like whatever like the area which I need to work on, what are the stuffs needed for it, it alone will be like they had a training session. We had a Java and Python training session before. So only for the need where I need to work on, that particular training session was given to me. Likewise, like my partner be in a different area of work. So like what is needed for him was taught to him.
Okay.
So it was like very specific because of a time constraint. Yeah, but we had training sessions parallelly going on.
So thank you very much for joining us today and
you.
giving us your valuable insights on your internship.
Thank you.
Don't forget to follow Guindy Times on all its social handles. Thank you.